Hi, welcome. Today I would like to discuss how you can add your own decorators in Angular 2. So let's get started. Basically, you can see that normally we just have decorators such as component, and I wanted to explore today how you can write your own decorator. The way the decorators work is you can have them in sequence and apply to a class or a property or a method. In this section, I'm going to only demonstrate how to do it on a class. So what we can do is basically similar to add component, we can add something called add test decorator. And I've done that. And I have put this decorator in a test decorator file. So that's all it is doing. So to demonstrate the decorator, let's take a quick look. So basically the text decorator is going to get the target as the class or object to which this decorator is being applied. So the target would be that. Inside this, I'm just using object.define property, the standard JavaScript function to apply and change the prototype and to add a value property called name. And the value is just going to be fixed, in this case a string GOR, and I'm going to print this to the logon console.log. And inside the app component, because we are modifying this app component in the decorator, that's what typical decorators do. I put console.one, so it will show up in yellow color so we can see. And this is obviously this class object. And we are going to access the name property and see if it is. So if everything works, it should be essentially GOR, because that decorator value is a function. And when you invoke the function, it returns GOR. So let's just take a quick look and run this thing. And what I'm going to do is just put in a little breakpoint here. So if I reload, you can see it's going to break here, and the target is app component. So it is applying to the decorator. And if I let it go through, you can see it did print in yellow the string GOR, and that's because it is coming from this point where we can access this name property. So that's very well and good, and that works fine. But suppose you wanted to do something similar that we have in app component, where you are supplying a configuration object. To do that is pretty straightforward. You can just kind of follow the same methodology here, and I'm going to try that here. So we are going to apply a decorator with the value, and we will have an attribute called name, and I'm going to change the name this time around so to Yogi, so we can see. And it's complaining because it has an expiration but it's not having the right signatures. And so this is a decorator, we are giving it an object, and we are just setting the property name Yogi. So let's just go and change how would you go about changing this. Right now it's complaining, so I've written a function already, so we can essentially replace this one. And here we have the decorator function written to accept of essentially an parameter. So the way this works is the function still gets the parameters first, and we end up returning a function here. And in the function, we still have the target and everything else. So as you can see, this is still the old function. Nothing has changed, but we're returning this function. And in the config, we are using the config name property. So if everything works, we should expect my name to show up. And if I let it run through, you can see it has changed to Yogi. And that's how you basically write the decorators. And they are actually a pretty interesting concept in JavaScript as well as in Angular. Here you can see that we have Angular 2 basically decorates this app components and classes through component, and that's how it knows. So it is adding this property selector, template URL, and style URLs. Hopefully this would encourage you to write your own decorators for your own higher order functions. So thank you for watching this short screencast. I'll add this video to my website under Angular 2 custom decorators. And you have a great day.